James Monroe, the 5th President of the United States. James Monroe lived through revolution, war, and the fragile early years of a new nation. He fought for independence, shaped American diplomacy, and presided over a country finally at peace. As the 5th President of the United States, Monroe guided America into an era of unity, expansion, and growing confidence on the world stage. James Monroe was born on April 28, 1758, in Colonial Virginia. Raised in a modest planter family, his early life was shaped by responsibility rather than privilege. Orphaned as a teenager, Monroe learned independence early, a trait that would define his public service. He enrolled at the College of William and Mary, but history soon intervened. As revolution spread through the colonies, Monroe made a decisive choice. At 18 years old, he left college to join the Continental Army, placing his future in the uncertain hands of war. In December 1776, Monroe took part in one of the Revolution's most daring moments, the crossing of the Delaware River. He crossed the icy waters during the night of December 25th, as part of an advance scouting party, sent ahead of the main force to secure the route for General George Washington's army. At the Battle of Trenton, Monroe led a charge to seize Hessian artillery. During the attack, he was struck by a musket ball that severed an artery in his shoulder. He collapsed on the battlefield, bleeding heavily and close to death. A physician named Dr. John Riker clamped the damaged artery, saving Monroe's life. The bullet was never removed. Monroe carried it in his body for the rest of his life, a permanent reminder of the price of independence. After recovering from his wounds, Monroe continued serving the revolutionary cause in both military and political roles. When the war ended, he turned his focus toward law and governance, studying under Thomas Jefferson. Their relationship would shape Monroe's political philosophy and future career. Monroe entered public service during the nation's earliest years. He served in the Continental Congress, became a United States Senator, and later Governor of Virginia. His career soon expanded beyond America's borders. As a diplomat, Monroe represented the United States in France and Britain during a volatile period in global politics. Alongside Robert Livingston, he helped negotiate the Louisiana Purchase, a decision that doubled the nation's size and secured its future expansion. During the War of 1812, Monroe once again stepped into national crisis. Serving as Secretary of State, and later simultaneously as Secretary of War, he helped coordinate the nation's defense during one of its most vulnerable moments. In 1816, James Monroe was elected President of the United States. He inherited a nation exhausted by war, yet eager for stability and growth. Monroe's presidency became known as the era of good feelings. Political divisions softened, national pride increased, and Americans began to see themselves not just as citizens of individual states, but as members of a united nation. Unlike many presidents before him, Monroe traveled extensively across the country. He visited towns, cities, and frontier regions, reinforcing the idea that the federal government belonged to all Americans, not just those in the capital. Beneath the optimism, challenges remained. In 1819, the nation faced its first major economic depression, the Panic of 1819. Banks failed, unemployment rose, and public confidence was shaken. At the same time, westward expansion reignited tensions over slavery. The Missouri Compromise temporarily preserved the balance between free and slave states, while exposing the deep divisions that would later threaten the Union. Monroe's most lasting legacy came in foreign policy. As European powers considered reasserting influence in the Americas, Monroe faced a defining moment. In 1823, he issued what became known as the Monroe Doctrine. The declaration warned European nations that further colonization in the Western Hemisphere would be viewed as a threat to the United States, a statement that reshaped global diplomacy for generations. Re-elected with overwhelming support, Monroe's second term reflected America's growing confidence. The nation expanded its borders, strengthened its institutions, and asserted its place on the world stage. After leaving office in 1825, Monroe retired to Virginia. Despite decades of service, he faced financial hardship, a quiet end for a man who had given his life to the Republic. James Monroe died on July 4, 1831, becoming the third president to pass away on Independence Day. His life remained inseparable from the nation he helped build. James Monroe presided over America's transformation from fragile republic to confident nation. His leadership shaped unity at home and independence abroad. As Monroe stepped away, the presidency passed to a new generation, one shaped not by revolution, but by governance itself. The nation now turned to its sixth president, John Quincy Adams.